Okay, welcome back, Universe. This is Tom and Mark Off the Rails, bonus episode 33, our first ever 33rd bonus episode.
Coming to you from Highland Tower Studios in Cedarburg, Wisconsin.
And we are here again with former
Founding
the godfather of Off the Rails, Alex Zweck. And remember, help us out on Patreon. We got that new studio. You've heard it all in the regular episode. I'm sure you don't start with the bonus, so...
I start with the bonus.
Go to Patreon. Support us. We're going to have merchandise soon for you. Just get in there. Give us $1. Tip us. You're like a bartender. Your bartender screws a bottle off your cap for you and hands you a beer. You give him $1. We give you hours and hours of awesome entertainment. Artistic entertainment. Or donate on our page. Go to audibletrial.com/unipodcast. Keep shopping on Amazon, but go to our page first. We'll help everybody out. Don't forget about our event July 14th, Jackson Park, Listener Appreciation Day. We love you, so we're going to give you free food. It's a work in progress, but we're just getting into the new studio first, and then we'll really focus on that. Because when we get focused on something, it happens. So we got big guests coming up. They just keep coming now.
So do you have a targeted date for when merch is going to roll out, or
Nope.
Still working?
I'm in charge of that, so nope.
Fair enough.
He has one coffee mug over there. That's
yes.
The procrastinator of procrastinators.
That's all right. He's good labor force. So
Yeah.
I am reliable when in person.
Yeah.
You leave the room, I'm not doing anything.
So Alex and I, as you know, we started the podcast. We grew up together, and I got a kind of a funny story before we get into our stories about me and Alex.
That always makes me nervous.
We used to always go on walks, and one day Alex had to take a dump, so we had to stop off at Subway.
That's why I was late, by the way, too. Same thing.
Just
Dump at Subway?
Dump
Yeah.
at Subway. Well,
On
our
60.
voices make each other take craps for some reason.
True.
It's like, oh, Alex called, crap. Now I gotta go poop.
Because every day after school, even though we just left each other, we would talk on the phone for an hour while we were shitting. So we just got trained for that. Our bodies were trained.
So it's like
Yep.
when two women are roommates, their body cycles
up.
line
Yep.
up, so your bowels had
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely. Pavlov dogs of shit.
Absolutely correct.
So we're at Subway one day, and Alex is in the bathroom, and I start fucking with him, and I jiggle the door handle like,
Oh, yeah.
and he's like, knock it off, dude.
I can't go under pressure.
Yeah. So about 10 seconds later, knock it off. And now he's starting to get real pissed. So the third time I do it, he's starting to fume, like knock it off. And as I'm doing it, I see this guy come in the gas station, and he's making a beeline for the bathroom, and I just step back.
Yep.
So this guy, he starts jiggling the door handle. And tell him what you did, Alex.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna rip your fucking head off.
This dude is terrified.
He just goes, whoa. And like, quick steps.
He's gone.
Alex comes out and he's still bitching at me. I'm like, dude, that last time it wasn't me.
And I'm like, yeah, right,
Yeah, right.
fucker.
Like, you see the guy who's squealing his tires out of here?
That's the guy who thinks you're going to murder him.
See that dripping line off to that truck?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Beat the shit out of some old dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was also the night we met Bowser.
The Bowser.
The Bowser.
Yeah, we met a Bowser. Her name became Bowser.
Yeah.
She was a very happy, funny Subway chick that we sat there and made laugh for an hour.
Yep. Because she got to witness this whole ordeal go down
She
because
was
the door is
watching
like next to the counter. So
She was dying laughing.
figured I
this
better
dude
stay there and save
skedaddling
face.
out of it. Awesome. That was great. Just perfect timing. You couldn't time it.
Yep.
So let's go on to a couple news stories here. Sports gambling. Supreme Court strikes down federal law prohibiting sports gambling. So what that means, Monday, a landmark decision that gives states the go-ahead to legalize betting on sports. It is state to state now. The state
Okay,
gets
so
to
Wisconsin
decide.
could still shut it down if Wisconsin doesn't want to. But if Illinois allowed it, you could cross the border and do it there.
And they do a lot of things like that. Like, I know for betting horses, you have to pay taxes on 1,200 or above wins. So a lot of people will go bet in Illinois because their tax status is like higher. I think it's over 2,000. So if you win $1,800 in Illinois, you don't have to pay taxes. But if you win that in Wisconsin, Here's your tax form. Fill it out.
So if you were to, is sports gambling legal in Wisconsin?
You can bet horse racing.
Yep.
Just the ponies?
And dog tracks?
Yeah, but all the dog tracks are gone now.
Are they? Okay.
Uh-huh. You can go to Potawatomi and bet the sportsbook dog tracks in different places.
Okay.
And I think that's how they get away
You
with
can't
it.
bet on the Brewers or the Packers or
No.
anything.
No,
Okay.
you can't do that. So the court ruled 6-3 to strike down professional and amateur sports. This is where I think it's getting a little dicey here. Protection Act, the 1992 law that barred state-authorized sports gambling with some exceptions. In Nevada, the only state where a person could wager on the results of a single game.
I think in Nevada you can wager if an airplane is going to land on time.
Yes. States that want to offer legal sports betting may... I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. You can bet 7-3. Give me your money.
No.
States that want to offer legal sports betting may now do so. And New Jersey plans to be the first.
Of course.
Delaware, Mississippi, New York, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia are among the states expected to quickly get into the legal bookmaking game. The court ruled in favor of New Jersey and against the NCAA, NFL, NBA, NHL, and Major League Baseball, capping a nearly 6-year legal battle and overturning a federal statute that the sports leagues had adamantly stood by for more than 20 years. So
if you want to place a bet, do they use Vegas odds usually for stuff?
no, each casino makes their own odds.
Okay. So what if they have odds on amateur sports?
That's where I'm kind of getting. But to go back to the odds thing is a lot of people will go to one hotel that says, say the Packers are giving 6, and then they'll go to a different hotel and the Packers are giving 3. So then they'll bet both of them. But if the Packers win by 4, like they'll bet against the Packers, they'll take the 6, they'll bet with the Packers, give the 3. If the Packers win by 4, they win both places.
Oh, okay.
So if it falls in between, they'll win double. But if it doesn't, then their bets are kind of hedged and they don't really lose anything but the rake, the 10%. So, they'll win this one but lose that one.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Unless the Packers just lose.
well, but then they still win when they bet against them.
Oh, okay.
Take
So-
the 6.
So they took the 6 and won, but they gave the 3 and lost. So they're just betting for the sweet spot that the Packers win by 4 or 5 or,
This would be a good full episode for Foz
yeah.
to talk about if everything goes full out with sports stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, teach people how to bet horses.
Well, now let's get back to the thing I wanted to bring up was the amateur sports betting. I'm kind of not a fan about.
Define amateurs like a
College.
softball rec league.
College, I think.
NCAA.
Yeah. Because how easy is it for somebody to go, okay, I'm going to put $1 million on UW Milwaukee to lose to Butler.
Stout.
Yeah. To UW Green Bay. And then you have some kid, you say, I'll give you $5,000 if you just tank the fucking game.
Right.
You're the point guard. Dribble it off your foot, do 20 turnovers.
Just keep charging people. Yeah.
You'll give this kid $5,000. He's not going to the pros anyway, but he wants $5,000. This guy's making $1 million.
Right. He's a poor ass kid that can't get a job because he's a full-time student and a full-time ball player.
Yeah.
And take the money.
So it's real easy to corrupt an 18-year-old.
So how exactly does gambling work? Let's go back to the example of the Packers. He's like +6 or whatever. So you put down for the +6. Do you double your money if you win, or do they pay out like
here's what
$1
happens.
for every $10?
Say the Packers are playing the Bears, and it's even. It does not matter skill level or how good the teams are. It's all money. If somebody puts $10,000 on the Packers, Vegas wants $10,000 on the Bears. So they're going to raise the point spread, and they'll say, Packers are giving 4. All of a sudden, still 4 more thousand comes in on the Packers. Well, now the Packers are giving 7. Now the money starts coming in on the Bears. They want it even because they get the 10% rake. So they want 20,000 on the Packers, 20,000 on the Bears, and now they can't lose because they pay out what they made, but they take that 10% rake because you lose the 10%. So
there's no like 10-1 odds or anything like that where you get 10 times your money, or
you can do that. Now we're getting really technical, but there's things called correction points. Like say the Packers are giving 7, you'll get better odds if you say, I'll take the Packers -14. Or I'll take the Bears without the 7. I'll take the Bears straight up. You get better odds on that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want your 7 points. Bears are going to win outright. Now you're getting like 3-1 odds.
That kind of odds thing is usually for something more of a final product than individual games. Like, you can bet, like, I'll take the odds that New England's going to be in the Super Bowl next year, something like that. Or a fight.
Yeah.
You know, this dude's 7-1 or whatever. It's more for that. Individual games are usually based off of the spread.
And it's also like, I'll take the Brewers to beat the Cardinals in the playoffs in a sweep.
Right.
They'll win the first 4 games. If they lose 1, you lose your bet. But if they win all 4, you're going to get like 100-1.
Right.
Can you gamble on individual players?
I'm sure.
Can you put money down on the pitcher the Brewers are starting with that he's going to have so many innings?
They don't do that for every game, but they do that for like Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a huge one.
So you could vote how many touchdowns is Tom Brady going to throw in the Super Bowl.
You can bet like New England, they will get first down. They will get a first down that ends in 7. So they'll either have 7 first downs, 17 first down, 27 first downs, 37 first downs.
Yeah.
You can bet like that too. It gets nuts for the Super Bowl.
I can bet Brady's going to have 33 completions. Like,
that
it gets out of control. You can bet the coin flip in the Super Bowl.
You can bet the
Vegas.
time of the national
Yes,
anthem.
you
There's
can.
an over and under.
And are these like double your money bets, or are these?
Well, it's technically double your money, but like for a 50-50 bet, like the coin toss, if you bet $50, you're only going to win 45.
Because
there's a rake.
Yeah.
So I like that the states are in charge. It's kind of rough. One central location like Vegas for NCAA betting, but you know, like the Rebels, UNLV, they're a college team out of Vegas, and they're not. You can't bet on them in Vegas. You can't bet a UNLV game.
Why is that?
Corruption's right there.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Too much in your face.
And like to Tom's point too, with the NCAA, like there's already enough controversy, and now you're gonna, allow states.
Tempt the kids.
It's way too easy. I mean, kids and programs are being tarnished because they've taken money or they've autographed their practice jersey and gave it to somebody.
Or got a discount on shoes like
Right.
the Badgers.
Yeah, and I knew somebody directly involved in that shoebox scandal too.
Shoegate.
Yeah.
And
They got like 10% off their shoes, and then they like 11 kids or something were kicked off the team.
off the team, and one of them I knew personally. But these kids, some of them are poor and they got there because they have a gift, and some their parents can afford it. But like I was saying before, if you're a full-time student and a full-time player, especially football, doing 2-a-days, you don't have time for a job. You don't have time to make money, and everybody wants money. And like the Wolverines, the Fab Five back in the 90s, like you pay these kids, they're going to get caught, and you can't blame the kid for trying to survive, but yet they do, and it tarnishes
okay, if
the
you
program.
take the quarterback from UW Whitewater and you offer him $25,000 to throw the game, he's going to throw 5 picks on purpose.
Yeah. I'm just not feeling it today. I know we're 33-1, but just had an off day.
And then some rich guy put $2 million against Whitewater.
Yep.
Because this guy threw 3 pick sixes.
Mm-hmm.
So
Or the player could even put money down that he's going to throw the game.
players can't gamble.
Yeah.
Says who?
It's the NCAA. You can't bet. You can't be in a casino.
Gonna have to use an assumed name.
Can't even go into a casino?
No, I don't believe so. I don't even think they can play bingo. I'm serious.
Wow.
Yeah, they're up your ass.
They're quite a governing body.
Yeah. So Governor Chris Christie tweeted that it was a great day for the rights of states and their people to make their own decisions. Oh boy.
Hogan down.
fallen.
Don't worry, there's 8 more.
Thank God. Thank God.
So
So, would you put some money on a amateur basketball game, Alex?
No, I don't.
Not much of a gambler at all?
No.
Okay.
I can hang because I know the Kleins.
I like to have a standing bet with Tom that it's going to be Packers Patriots every year for the Super Bowl.
and they're
but
always in the AFC,
we usually
NFC championship
bet a case
games.
of beer or something. Nothing, no money because I'm a cheap bastard.
Yep.
And joke's on Tom, I was going to buy him that beer anyway.
I let Foz tell me what to bet on.
Yeah, I just bet what Foz bets on the Derby, and I won last week, or a couple weeks ago. So, what's the final verdict there, Alex? Sports gambling, state by state. You're okay with the Vegas one, right?
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with states deciding, but NCAA is just asking for more problems.
I don't think the NCAA should be in it.
Yeah.
And it's really hard with March Madness because that is like the biggest gambling thing
Right.
ever.
Yeah, it is.
So
Are all those bracket competitions, is that technically gambling? Perfect
yeah,
bracket?
you can. They used to do sting operations and go into like big businesses who have all those pools or whatever, and just take all the money and arrest somebody for running it.
Yep.
Because
Okay.
that's illegal gambling. Hey, Uncle Sam's not getting any taxes off that money exchanging hands, so
Yeah.
you're fucking up. Now you're tax fraud.
Yep.
And they used to do that once every year. I haven't heard of it lately, but that used to be a big story. Like one company every year would get just hit with it.
Yep. It's weird. It's like I work in a place where when it's tournament time, nobody even talks about it. It's like the first place I've ever been. You
Whoa.
don't even hear about it at work.
Really?
Nobody even speaks about it.
My family is all off for that Thursday and Friday.
Mm-hmm. I used to take off for the first 2 days too, back in the day. But yeah, like we don't talk about it. Like I heard it discussed when it was down to the Final Four, and some people were talking about it. But like nobody even brings it up, the pool or anything.
I wish I had my other computer running because I want the doctor. He might be named Gautam Guptam out of Chicago, if I remember. He offers vasectomies, specials. If you get a vasectomy on the Wednesday before the tournament, he promises to write you a work excuse for Thursday and Friday. He will send a pizza to your house Thursday and Friday, and he will give you a frozen bag of peas for your nutsack. That's all
Just a
in
bag
his
of
commercial.
peas and a pizza,
You get a frozen bag of peas
Nice.
and a pizza,
and you're off for the tournament.
and you're off for the tournament.
Well, you're still paying retail on the vasectomy, I imagine.
Yeah, but that's a good scam. He's like, yeah, he does it on sports talk radio in like Chicago.
That's cool.
Like, hey, I'll have a pizza sent to your house. Here's a bag of peas, and here's a doctor's excuse for Thursday and Friday. Enjoy the tournament.
I gave Uncle Mike a bag of peas for his hernia. He used it.
Bag of peas is a great ice
It's a
pack.
great ice
They
pack.
they formed everything.
Right.
So, yeah. So if you're planning on a vasectomy anytime soon, there, Alex, Wednesday before the tournament,
Mike.
I believe it's Gautam Gupta. I don't know, but
It sounds familiar, honestly, that name.
all right. You guys want to know the drunkest cities in America?
Oh,
I read that list.
we all know them.
All right.
Well,
let's
10 of
do
them.
it
Surprisingly,
for the
Milwaukee was not on
universe.
it.
Milwaukee
was.
is
Was it?
on the top 20 list.
Okay. Let's do the top 20 drunkest
20.
top 20 drunkest cities in America. And universe, we are a Wisconsin podcast. We are Midwestern, and I don't know if we should be proud or disgusted at this list.
Alex is Dallas technically in Milwaukee, or
Yeah.
is that a suburb?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Tom and I live just outside of Milwaukee. So
Number 1 is Green Bay, Wisconsin. 26.5% of adults drink to excess.
that one, well, do we know what the
Excess of
methodology
calories.
is? What qualifies as excess?
They
I
counted
think
as
it's like
per-
4 or 3 or more at one sitting.
A typical
It's like-
Wisconsin day.
Did they poll? Did they count this based off of arrests related to drunk
Well, they got
driving?
it,
Did they do it per capita for dollars spent at bars?
half of the deaths driving related are alcohol involved.
Mm-hmm.
So-
Okay. Well, Green Bay doesn't surprise me too much. It is a small town. It's got a university. It's got the Packers. You drive around that stadium, and a
Mhm.
lot of those houses are party houses, and they have like
Yeah.
party decks everywhere. So I can imagine how the population probably triples on a Sunday game, and
Yep.
everyone is drinking to excess.
Well, another college town. Number 2 is Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Wisconsin's got number 1 and 2.
Sweet.
22.6%. Tied for 3 is Appleton, Wisconsin.
Hey.
Another college town.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I smell a sweep.
Number 4, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hey, that's a college. That's a party. It's a party
Another-
college.
Another
Madison's.
Appleton and Eau Claire,
Yep.
I don't get so much, but I get
number
Madison.
5 is Fargo, Minnesota. We did not take the top
Oh.
5. Minnesota got in
Oh,
there.
that
with
have been a hat
25.2.
trick, or what do they call that?
Hat trick is 3.
3. Yeah.
3.
Wait, but Alex lived in Madison for
A superfecta
yes.
is 4, so
What's
we
a-
got the superfecta.
What is it in bowling? A turkey?
Turkey.
Turkey. That's
Turkey's
3.
3. So number 6 is Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I mean,
Back in the running.
Eau Claire and Oshkosh,
We're back in.
that's all you can do.
Yeah. Number 7, Missoula, Montana. Oh, Montana gets in there. I guess there's
I'm
not much. If
I'm
it's not
assuming
hunting
that's
season.
yeah.
We got all the way to 7 before we got out of Wisconsin.
Yep. Grand Forks, number 8 is Grand Forks, Minnesota, or North Dakota, Minnesota. I guess it crosses. So, and number 9 is Wausau, Wisconsin.
Because if you're not dying of cancer in the paper mills, you're drinking.
Yep. And their soil is very good.
Yeah.
We had to do Wausau soil experiments in school because it has the best soil in Wisconsin. And they're 9th in drinking. Way to go, Wausau.
Mhm.
And number 10, La Crosse,
Another
Wisconsin.
college.
Another college town. So we took 7 of the top 10 cities in the United States of
Right.
America.
And they tell you that
This is the whole United States.
they tell you that they party in Texas and at Florida and Florida State. Well,
Give me
we
a break.
have a college town the size of a freaking pea in Wisconsin, and we bury you. So
bury
again,
you.
proud and shamed at the same time.
All right. Well, let's just go. We did the top 10. We'll go. Number 11 is Mankato, North North Mankato, Minnesota. Number 12, Fond du Lac, Wisconsin.
Boom. No
That's
excuse
right
for
up
them.
the road. Number 13, Iowa City, Iowa. Wow, the Midwest is just fucking crushing it.
They eat corn and drink beer.
It's all those cold
Number
winter
14,
months.
Alex's favorite town, Dubuque, Iowa. Number 15, Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Hey.
I love when Siri tries to say Sheboygan.
Yes.
Watertown, Fort Drum, New York. New York got in there at 16.
Way to go.
Broke
Brian.
out of the
Right.
Midwest.
Broke out of the Midwest. Lincoln, Nebraska.
Right back
Number
into the
17.
Midwest.
Right back into the heartland. Fairbanks, Alaska. All right, now we're not even in the continental U.S. here. 18.
Nice job.
That makes sense too, though. Alaska. I mean, come on. They
Nin-
pay you to be there. You're gonna drink.
Yeah, 19 is Ames, Iowa. And number 20, here we go, Milwaukee / Waukesha, Wisconsin. 20th drunkest city in America. So we got one.
It actually surprises me that they're not higher because, like, you go to Brady and Water, and it's just it's just like a herding ground of cattle, just blocks and blocks of body to body traffic, and everybody is hammered at least 2 days a week.
I prefer to do all my drinking in someone's house.
But is it like
Yeah.
it's how they do it though? Is it per capita? Is it because Milwaukee's
It's
bigger-
percentage.
The
of-
method. I read an article that had methodology, and it was people. I guess they were polled, and how many drinks do you consume in a week, and if it's how many in a single sitting would count as like binge excessive drinking.
Yeah. Let's say if you pulled me, mine'd be like 1, except for when I do drink, then 40.
Does a pitcher of margaritas count as one drink?
Well, here's a fun fact, nation for Wisconsin. Wisconsin produces and consumes more beer than Germany. Wisconsin.
We are similar
One
in size.
state. And we are
Suck it,
mostly
Naya.
Belgian. Yeah. Yeah.
Germany
So-
looks small on the map, but apparently Germany's relatively the same size as Wisconsin.
Yeah. So,
But they're still a country.
all right. So, all right, Wisconsin, 10 of the top 20. There you go.
We approve.
Yeah.
I was cut off in Vegas once because I had like 6 beers in an hour or something.
You had
and
6 Bud Lights, sir. You've had enough.
Yeah. And then I told the guy I was from Wisconsin, and he said, "Oh, I'm sorry," and gave me another beer.
You know, this isn't drinking related, but I went to a priest show last month at the southern part of Illinois.
You mean church?
Yes. Yes. And I was in the front row, and a very nice older lady and her husband sat next to me and started asking me questions, and I showed her my phone, like, I was at a couple shows. But as soon as I opened up my mouth, she goes, "Oh my God, honey, you're so sweet, but I can't, your accent is horrible. I can't listen to you speak anymore."
Like, oh, geez, lady, come on.
And I went, "I'll have you know that for being a Wisconsin person, I'm very well spoken. And if you can't stand my accent, don't ever
Yeah.
come here. You'll shoot yourself."
Universe, there's an episode with my mother and my father. So if you
Imagine
think
both of them in a room together.
Yeah. So if you, it's a miracle I can speak. So,
Yeah.
well, want to do a couple Would You Rather, Ask Alex Anything, and
Let's
wrap it up and get
do
ready
some
for the
Ask
next
Alex
one?
Anything's here.
Wait, were we doing Would You Rather first?
Let's do the anything's
Whatever you want, sir.
AAA.
Whatever, it's all your call. I
All
put
right.
my paper away.
All right,
I'm leaning on you now.
I'm the boss. So here's kind of a softball,
All right.
Mr. Alex. If you could have dinner with anyone living or dead, who and why?
Ooh.
Well, that's a no-brainer there, Mark.
Are we pointing at him right here?
I would have dinner with the Hulkster.
I'd
Obviously,
be at the table too.
we'd eat a steak because, I mean, let's be serious.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we would chat about the business and where his headspace is at currently. Because sometimes the Hulkster, sometimes he worries me lately. And I want him to get back on track.
Might come back to wrestling. He's really popular abroad.
Yes.
And WWE is trying to get the international appeal going.
I would bring completely filled out adoption papers and just trick him into signing it.
Yeah. We'll get him back.
Change
on the
my
right
name
track.
to Tom Hogan.
All right, here's one from Love God.
Hello,
Alex,
that guy sounds cool.
Yeah.
do you flush your toenails when you're done clipping them over the toilet? Question mark.
Oh, I try
No,
to.
he chews them.
Yeah, I do. I try to clip into the garbage, but if I don't,
Into the garbage.
I clip
Rip
into the
bag
garbage,
with your
too.
fucking claws.
the fish hooks you used to call them.
Hooks. Oh my God! Don't ever let that guy kick you. He'll have to use a crowbar to get his foot out of wherever he
Slit
kicked
your
you.
throat with a kick.
Yeah, roundhouse kick, and your head comes off.
So when you're cuddling with your special lady friend, do you have any special foot protection?
He puts corks on the end of each toe.
Well, I'm always, because of I grew up with Tom, I'm very mindful of that now.
Yeah, I'm
Because
not.
Tom's been slashed by pure accident.
Get a tourniquet. Alex hit me with his foot.
Oh, what a foot!
Oh, what a foot. His socks just instantly turn into leg warmers when he pulls them on his leg.
I think this one is from Fatty Nutmeg. I hand wrote it.
Oh,
Gee.
I didn't print off
Wonder who that
so.
is.
All right. How do you feel about the Roseanne reboot? And on that note, all these other 90s and 80s shows that are coming back.
Great question, Fatty Nutmeg. I love the original Roseanne. I like it more the older I am and the more I go back. It's great. It's a great fucking show. I have not seen the reboot yet. I know it's begun.
I think
correct?
it's over now.
Yeah, but they did run the season.
Yeah. I had this question for a while, but it was stuck in the queue.
I have not seen it, but I'm okay with it just because it was that good. But I will say that I get disappointed sometimes when movies come out now because you don't see a lot of new movies.
Yeah.
They just rehash series after series, and some
Technically, the comic book movies have already been done in the comic book, so they're not really new.
Mm-hmm.
right. And I'd like to see some more new creativity out in Hollywood. That'd be great because you reboot every franchise in the universe. Like,
I agree, but no one goes to see these movies when they do make them.
right.
That's why I like the movies with Mark. We're picking random movies on Netflix. It's
Oh, the
like,
one you got to see that's coming out. Or it
Ring.
should be
No,
out,
Circle.
yeah.
Circle. Very good.
Yeah, we
So,
watched Circle. It
we're
was
trying to
very
find
good.
random movies that aren't sequels. Some of them are comic books. Officer Down was a comic book, but I didn't know that when I picked it. So it is, yeah.
Circle will be out by the time this one.
Okay.
Yeah, so we watched Circle. It got
Mhm.
5s from me and Mark.
Yeah.
Must
Really
see.
good movie.
Must see.
They're making Bill and Ted 3.
I
Have you
saw
heard about
that. I did. I saw it on my Facebook feed
Yes.
last week.
I'm a little
Actually,
excited. Yeah, it's in pre-production, so it's gonna happen now.
Yep.
They're bringing back Murphy Brown
Oh,
Yes,
come
I
on.
heard about
Whoa.
that. Candace
Yeah.
Bergden. Yeah.
with all the original cast.
I don't know. She was
The
still
Roseanne.
going.
Lie.
Sorry.
So I've watched a couple of the new Roseanne, and it's okay.
Not the same.
It's not the same.
So they're pushing some boundaries, but I don't know if they
The
really
Roseanne
did
always did that.
in the 90s. I think they did.
No, they've always pushed boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's par for the show.
Sounds like a
Got
blue collar
Middle Eastern
working
family
people.
That
Yeah.
lives
Show.
in across the street from them, and Roseanne's like watching, going, "Oh, that's a lot of fertilizer. They're making bombs."
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So.
they always push boundaries, and I like that about it. I don't know.
Is John
It's not
Goodman
the
on the
same.
show, or
Yes.
did he die? Okay.
He did
died in
die,
the regular
But
show.
he is
Right.
back.
They blew it off like. It
Oh, they
was
woke
just-
up
it
and-
didn't
Because
happen.
the last episode was like a dream sequence, right? When they won the lottery and all that jazz.
Yeah, they won the
And Dan
lottery.
had a heart attack. So that never.
Dan was
actually
cheating
happened.
on her, and yeah, the show just went
Off the
off
rails.
the rails
No
in a
pun.
bad way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So in closing, I'd like to see a little more creativity, but some things work.
How do you feel about Stranger Things? It's
Never-
it's original, but it's very homage-y to things like
The
E.T. and other 80s things.
I've never seen it.
It's very good. I'd
It's-
highly recommend it.
I haven't seen the second season.
I usually watch those kinds of things when everybody else has stopped watching them. I don't-
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm done watching, so you can start now.
Yep, I'm done too. Go ahead.
Thank you.
All right.
So you want to talk about the movie Heat?
With Al Pacino? Like get in the van?
Yeah.
Get in the van!
I didn't see it.
You didn't see Heat?
No.
Heat's great. Is that Val Kilmer and Pacino?
Yes.
No, you meant The Heat with Sandra Bullock.
No, I meant the Val Kilmer film.
Okay. All right.
It's a Jim Gaffigan joke where he talks about, you ever want to talk about a movie you just saw but no one's seen for like 10 years? Like, you guys want to talk about Heat?
I was going to say, I don't think I've seen Heat in like 15 years. So.
All right. Well, now I got to watch it.
All right, here's
Heat's not
one
bad.
for Alex. What's the appropriate amount of time to hold on a picture for a friend's child? No one really wants those.
Usually
like the
not.
school pictures.
Of a friend's child, non-family. Hang it on the fridge, right?
Well, it's been gifted to you.
Yep.
Put it on the fridge,
Senior portrait. Yeah.
and then take it down after a while. But when they come over, put it back up.
Oh, so you
It goes in the drawer full of a bunch of
Yep.
pictures.
Like, there we go. See, I
I
care.
think you got to freak them out. Like, I can keep this. I have to go to the bathroom right now.
What?
Then they'll stop giving them to you every year.
Excuse me, bye.
Wait, this is
Yeah.
mine? No, they usually go right in the trash as I walk by. But the one day I'm going to do it and they'll be like, oh, that was my last picture. Grandma's coming over. Could I have that back? If you want to go to the dump and look for it, because that's right where it went.
Like, I have pictures of my cousin's children.
Okay.
And that's about
family.
That's about it.
But what do you do with them after time?
Yeah. Once
When do
they're-
you throw them out?
I have,
Or do they just sit in the bottom of a drawer?
I have a box.
A box?
Yeah, like my senior pictures, all the senior pictures I got from all of our friends, they're still in there. Don't know why.
So it's
I don't know the last time I've opened
'Cause you
it.
It's your
don't feel like
Alzheimer's
throwing them
go
out.
box for
Right.
when your memory
Yeah.
goes.
I remember him.
Yeah, because you don't feel right throwing it out, but
Right.
you just basically
pictures are
throw it out
expensive.
in a box in your dresser that only gets brought out to be filled with more pictures you're
Right.
never going to look at again.
Yeah.
One kind of side note thing that I've encountered with my baby. I work with a lot of little old ladies.
Babies are different.
And they always ask, oh, do you have any pictures of your baby? So I pull out my phone and I show them a picture of my kid. And then what do they do next? They pull out their phones and start showing me pictures of their
Oh,
And then
grandkids.
you're
in.
locked down for
I'm like,
30 minutes.
I didn't volunteer for this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You
Absolutely.
asked to see pictures of my kid. I don't need it. You see your grandson.
If I want to see, I'll ask. Thank you.
Wow.
So yeah, I just put like, oh yeah, it's adorable. It's adorable. My kid's way cuter.
Get that ugly bongoloid out of my face. You got any more?
Tom, you sold cars for a while, right?
Yes, sir.
So my car, person asks, my car has all the bells and whistles, backup lights, blind spot detectors, lane correction, 3 cameras, etc., etc. Do you think this is a good thing, or will it make people worse drivers?
I did say you.
Well,
But-
I'm looking at you, Alex. We're going to
Okay.
start here.
I don't mind it. It actually, and I know everybody's different. I'd like to think that I'm more aware than the common person.
Do you have a backup cam on your car?
I do, and I also have side cameras for lane changes. I don't rely on them fully because I also sometimes drive
A
vehicles.
lot of people do.
Right.
You're special. You're special.
That's what I mean. Like I'd like to say that I'm a little more aware
Yeah.
because like I have a long driveway, as you guys know, you've seen it. So when I come out of there, especially in the summertime, there's always kids. Even with the camera,
Comes by on his bicycle. Too late. You hit him.
I stop before the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Even with the camera, and I check because my line of sight's still wider than that camera,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't rely on it.
Totally agree.
Yeah. And it's great when, like, you're driving through Illinois and it's construction, everything's going fast. You can turn your head, but you can also see back on the side cameras for quite a ways.
Mhm.
You know how many people don't turn their head also?
Right.
Because now they have the side camera,
You got to turn your head.
but they're not now.
Right.
That's why I think it's a horrible thing.
Yeah.
And I hate the lane correction. Like on my mom's car, I had to use it to move equipment.
Yeah.
And I'm just driving down a country road. Here's a person on a bike. What do? I
Politely
swerve
move over.
Brrr, the steering wheel is vibrating. You're going out of the lane. I'm going to
not-
run over a guy.
I'm not drunk.
Yeah.
It's good for when you're drunk. This is Wisconsin,
Yeah.
10 of the 20.
I only like the backup camera for like parallel parking. That can be a beast. Sometimes you're in downtown Chicago or Milwaukee. The pressure's on. There's cars behind you. You want to be short and sweet.
It has
so
been
much easier with the beep, 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 beep.
I've definitely used the backup camera to my advantage, like on the east side of Milwaukee.
Yeah, there's a couple places it's
when you're
good, but I
trying to
think it's
park.
making drivers more lazy, less
Definitely.
aware, and that is horrible because
My dad does never turn his head ever when he drives now. Just only looks forward and down.
Yeah, that's not
And
That's
that's
terrifying.
That's the problem. For like
Yeah.
somebody like
and
me,
that's 90% of people.
right, makes me more aware.
I don't even switch my mom's mirrors or anybody else's mirrors when I get in the car. I'll move my own body to go to where you were looking.
I used to do that until I married someone significantly shorter than me.
Oh, then you got to move.
I was driving Susan's car today, and I just literally could not see anything out of any of the mirrors. So I adjusted the top mirror because that's the most important one in my opinion.
Yeah. I have a couple exes when I've driven their vehicle. It's like the mirrors are looking at the ground. Like,
What are you looking at?
They're strictly for parking.
yeah.
I think it's horrible. I think you got to get away with it and get people more involved and actively driving
But I want to watch a Harry Potter movie.
while you drive. Peter Griffin reading
That
the
is so wrong.
comic book magazine.
I only use the backup camera when I'm parking, just to gauge how the distance, but I don't use it when I'm actually backing up in a parking lot somewhere.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
I actually
Yeah.
look behind me.
Yeah. If I'm like in a parking lot or something, I'm just so trained to
Well,
do
there's-
the,
Well, just walking to your
crazy
car in a
blind
parking lot,
spots.
it's obvious people can't see you because they almost hit you like every
Yeah.
5 seconds.
There's
Yeah.
crazy blind spots in those backup cameras.
yeah.
Good thing or bad thing, Alex?
I guess on the whole for society, it's probably making people lazier. For me, it enhances my abilities.
So for you, it's performance enhancing drug.
Yeah, it's an Iron Man suit for you.
exactly.
All right. On a similar note, as someone who does not know a lot about cars, what do you think are the most important things to know when buying a used car? Basically, how do I avoid getting screwed?
Oh, I got the biggest one for you. You want me to handle this?
Yep.
Never buy a car between 80 and 100,000 miles.
That's really fast.
All right, Mark. Molly! There we go.
Why are you yelling at me?
Because it delayed. That wasn't me. Okay. You have to do it. I would say if you're going to buy a used car, make sure it's 120,000 to 150 because everything that's going to go has went and is replaced.
Yeah, because after 60 and 80, that's water pumps, tranny.
Yep.
Like, that's all big dollar shit.
So get it at about that mileage. Even though you're like, why would I have a 140,000 mile an hour car? Because you don't have to do a goddamn thing to it until 200,000 miles.
Yeah, and if it's a Honda or a Toyota, you take care of it, and you'll get 300,000 out of it.
Yeah. So
All right.
seriously, like the mileage is huge. Well, obviously, if they've been beat to hell or whatever, but
Right.
get us, if you're going to buy, say, a Toyota, don't buy a Toyota at a Honda lot. Buy a Toyota at a Toyota lot because then they're certified, like
Yeah.
Diamond certified. Okay. So, if you're going to buy a used Honda, they're Honda certified. Everything's been done. They're inspected.
This episode brought to you by Honda.
Wild Honda.
It's almost like you worked at a Honda dealership or something.
They were easy cars to sell.
Which I got to talk to Renee and Steve because I'm ready
That's
to go
my brother
again.
and brother-in-law. There you go. Or my sister and brother-in-law. Brother and brother-in-law, too. If you look at it from behind.
That's fine too,
She looks like Garth from behind. I love my sister,
not
but she
true.
will whoop your ass and she will have sex with Alex whenever she wants to.
Period.
So, what do you think's the most important?
I agree with that.
Yeah, the mileage.
Mileage shouldn't be a deterrent, but if it's in that range that Tom said, like I said, that's a lot of big things.
About to go.
Brakes, water pump, transmission.
What do you drive, Alex? A sedan, a truck? What do you got?
Right now I have a 2016 Honda CR-V.
1%er, rich prick.
Mm-hmm.
You fuck. I drive a 2005 Corolla.
What does Molly drive?
Fucking 1%er.
Yeah, see?
I drive a 2012 Ford Focus because I thought the world was going to end, so I bought that new car.
And I'm looking to get up into a Honda Ridgeline.
Whoa, buying a house, Honda Ridgeline's got a broad.
He leaves the podcast and suddenly he's Mr. Rich.
What the hell? Now Mark's all of a sudden taking his headset off and stomping out. Worst thing
Sorry, man.
ever to happen to your life. By the way, our new address is 1111 Broad Street.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Drew Bledsoe,
Yeah.
Drew Bledsoe, Broad Street.
Yes. Because he did break a broad's neck one time stage diving at an Everclear concert.
Which, I gotta say, I forgot that you had practice, Drew, with the belly shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Yes, in the 90s, it was cool for guys to wear belly shirts.
Yeah. Football,
I
like
knew-
college football and practice.
Yeah, I was in high school
for pros.
football and they all bought belly shirts for the whole team. And I'm like, I'm a fat lineman. How am I supposed to wear this?
Yep.
I'm going to have like cuts all over my gut because people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was an
Don't
old
want
lineman.
that.
That shit sucked.
Yeah. Belly shirts for dudes were popular at one time.
Yep, 90s college football was all about it.
Jesus
Early
Christ.
90s.
So, should we do a couple Would You Rather and then wrap up and get Alex on out of here till the next time?
Sure.
Because you got to come see the new studio when it's done, dude.
Yeah, you have an open invite to come on whenever you want.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
true. I just
He's
walk
the
in,
Godfather.
You can doorbell in.
Hello.
kiss my hand.
Would you rather have a mouse run up your pant leg or a wasp get caught inside your shirt?
Mouse.
I'll take a mouse all day.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
That was easy.
Yeah.
A wasp, too. They don't stop stinging.
Yeah.
Wasps are-
Even after I crush it, it's still going to sting me.
Would you rather be known as someone who places personal ads or known as someone who answers personal ads?
Ooh.
I mean, obviously answers. Because if you can ask me anything, I
There
can
you
answer
go.
your personal ad. So I can handle it.
How about you, Tom?
Place. Well, then.
What I guess the idea is, what is sadder?
I would rather answer personal ads because then I get to choose. You know, I don't have to answer crap personal ads, right? I can answer. Like
Yeah, but if
she
you-
says,
If you are placing the ads, you can select the answers and pick the one you're going with. Versus being someone who says, "Oh no, pick me, pick me."
Yeah,
well,
they're
Jennifer
probably-
Lawrence places a personal ad, I'm going to answer it.
The
But
question
she
is,
might not
will she
answer
pick
mine.
yours?
And if,
Yeah.
if I place one, no matter how specific I get, I never know what kind of crazy person I'm going to get. I know if I'm answering, it's quality guaranteed, like diamond certified.
Yeah, diamond certified. Again, thank you, Honda.
Yep.
Hashtag Honda at the end of this bonus episode, maybe. Hashtag Wild Honda
Yep.
Easttown. See if they'll sponsor us.
Okay.
I am just a whore.
Would you rather be trapped in an elevator packed with wet dogs or with 3 sweaty fat men with bad
Oh.
breath?
What dogs?
Wet dogs. They'll dry off. They'll keep shaking. And plus, you know, if I'm in there for a long time, take the ugliest one, and if I gotta eat it,
You could eat fat men.
You wouldn't eat a you'd stack them up by rank of ugly and how you're gonna eat it.
yep, they're not gonna miss you.
Why wouldn't you want to eat the good looking dog first? Maybe it tastes better.
Might be a good friend when you're stuck in the
Well,
elevator.
then so would the ugly dog.
So you're in an elevator with a Rottweiler, a Golden Retriever, and a Chihuahua.
and a poodle.
You're eating the Chihuahua.
Why are
No,
we
the
talking
Chihuahua-
about eating the dog? It wasn't even part of the question.
I'm talking survival here. The
Alex
Chihuahua.
is in it for the long haul. This
Yeah, I could
He's
be
in
in
the
this
elevator
elevator
for a week.
Yeah, you know, if I don't eat after 4 hours, I get cranky.
Yes.
So the Chihuahua would be my parakeet, my personal parakeet, to sit
On
on
your
my
shoulder.
shoulder.
But if you're stuck in an elevator and you're talking about eating someone, the fat men would probably have more meat. on
But
them.
that's
They'd
a lot
last
of
longer.
that's a lot of bile, and it's gonna stink.
Oh yeah, they already stink. Yeah, the wet dogs will dry off,
Yeah, and they'll just keep shaking.
and the fat guys will still say fat and sweaty,
Yeah, and stay.
and just get worse.
and they're gonna say stupid shit. Dogs aren't gonna say anything.
What if you're in there with like Chris Farley, John Belushi?
After a while, the cocaine's gonna wear off,
Oh
and they're gonna be boring, and they're
He's-
gonna drool.
no, he's gonna get you out of the elevator. John Belushi's gonna pull his samurai sword out.
People on cocaine are very productive.
Yeah.
But when it runs out, I don't think it's gonna last long with Farley and Belushi.
I'm gonna run out of air in that fucking thing.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather have a refrigerator that constantly stocked itself with your favorite food and drink, or a car that never broke down or ran out of gas?
A fridge? Have you seen me?
Wow.
Fridge that cars I can handle.
So you'd rather never have to leave the house?
And I could just wish whatever's in my fridge. It's always stocked. I can eat all the time. That's all I care about, really. In the end, if I'm not working, the only thing I actually care about is what I'm eating.
Okay.
Fair enough. What do you think, Tom? You like to travel?
I do, and I've slimmed down to about 200. I've lost about 20 pounds, Universe.
So you could have a refrigerator full of kale and quinoa, and it just keeps reloading.
It said favorite food.
Yeah.
Let's say Tom.
It would just be a big thing of warm chicken wings.
Let's say Tom can drop weight. I don't know how he does it, but I've never seen Tom eat anything healthy in my life.
Yesterday, this guy, we were moving furniture around. He bought me lunch. He got a Cuban sandwich and a side salad.
Did you get it from Up and
Up.
Out and
Out?
Out?
Yep.
Yes,
I
we went
took
to
your
Out and Out.
advice.
That's where I want to. I get the Cuban there all the time.
It's great.
It's awesome.
I'm like, side salad? Who the fuck is
You never
this
been
guy?
there? That's where we should go.
Yep. In the past, there was a 24-hour period when I actually ate an apple, an orange, and a side salad.
I've never seen that. I've seen you
I'm
eat
good
a
for the
salad every once in a
Who
while.
are you, man?
I don't know. I like feeling good and getting skinny. So, all right, we can do one more and wrap up this episode because we gotta start getting ready here. Molly's got to run and get some pizza.
All right. Would you rather fall down and get picked up by your ears or your hair?
Hair.
I'm used to wrestling.
Hair. You can't pull my hair out, Mark.
The ears hurt. Like,
My ears are very sensitive.
yeah, I don't like that.
You could stand on my shoulders, grab my hair, and just lean back, and it's not coming out.
I don't know, Mr. Bald Spot. Aren't you worried?
Maybe your mom could pull it out.
Maybe. Oh yeah, she was on the episode. She didn't talk about her fight. We'll save the fight for the next time.
Another time.
For the next time,
right.
We'll tease the fight. So, all right. Well,
I got one question.
okay, one question.
This mic here
Yes.
with the boas, is that reserved for if Hulk Hogan ever comes on the show and nobody uses it?
No, I was just cleaning up a little bit, and that's where I put the boas because I was sick. The feathers fall out.
Yeah, they're everywhere and it looks sloppy.
The whole time I just sat here imagining that Hulk Hogan was to my right, so thanks for that.
Yeah, but I could really bust your boner because Steven Tyler's going to walk up here and use that mic.
I guess I could handle it.
Dream on, Alex.
Dream on. All right. Well, thank you very much, Alex. We really appreciate you coming.
Do you recognize that piece of paper?
I do.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same one that Alex gave me when I
Hey, like
started.
our show on Facebook. Share it if you had a good time. We like getting new listeners, new fans. Go to our website, click the Amazon link, shop like normal. We get a kickback. Try Amazon Music Unlimited free trial. We don't have to do the full thing. It's a bonus episode. College kids get everything for free for 6 months. Go to audible.com. What? Molly was about to say something.
College kids get everything for free for 6 months.
Yeah, it says you get all Amazon has to offer, including 2-day free shipping, and is free for 6 months.
They still
All-
have to pay tuition.
You guys are dicks, man. You're just sitting back, criticize.
I'm just covering your ass for you.
We don't have a used circuits to cover your ass all the way.
Fuck you.
All right, so you can go to our page. You can also click on the Audible link or go to audibletrial.com/unipodcast. It's the world's largest producer of digital books. I love using them to make my mom shut up in the car. Oh my God, I'd pay double just to have her not foam and foam. She doesn't even talk to me. She has no inner monologue. She just foams. Everything that's in her brain comes out her mouth.
Hey, Ma, you ever listen to War and Peace? No, you say.
No, click. There we go. So check out Audible. I like it because it's hard for me to sit still to read a book. Now I can go for a walk and have the book being read to me like I was a kid. A little nostalgia there for me, and I love it. So even if you switch devices, you'll never lose your place. Just go check it out. I'm not going to read all the stuff you get. It's amazing, So audibletrial.com. Go to our website. We're going to have all this stuff up. Join our mailing list. I send stuff out just once a month. Special events, win a contest. Also, if you want to be a guest or know someone that would be a guest for the show, email us at theunipodcast@gmail.com and give us some feedback. We love hearing it. So far, we've only got good feedback. I can't wait till we start getting bad feedback and I start losing more hair because I can't handle it. All right.
All right, Universe, thanks for having me back. Don't forget to like the boys, Tom and Mark, off the rails at theunipodcast.com, facebook.com/theunipodcast. Also available on iTunes, YouTube, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and many other podcast hosting sites. And if you want to ask Tom anything, now that I'm far and away, it's asktomanything414@gmail.com. And like Tom said, universe, they are not good enough for you. I'm not good enough for you, but we try, and we love you. And thanks for having me back once again.
Have some self-esteem, for God's sakes, man.
He took my line. I don't know what to do. Bye, universe.